guys, how are you? Hope you're fine. My name is Mindstuck Idajock and I'm good, great, and excellent as always. And today I'm going to do the first time tag. For the ones who have no idea what the first time tag is, it's basically me talking to you about my first times at particular things. Are you ready? First tweet. Okay. What was my first tweet? Hold on, let me look for it. God, I don't even remember when I opened my Twitter. Oh wait, I think I know what my first tweet is. I'm gonna see if I'm correct, but I think that my first tweet ever was an Instagram picture that I took, and I think it was my first Instagram picture. Oh my god, why do I have to retweet so many things? Okay, so apparently I don't know what happened. I don't know if Twitter erased my stuff or if I erased my stuff, but apparently this is my first tweet. And it is not. I remember, well, not clearly, but I remember I have like a rough idea what my first tweet was, and it's the picture that I was talking to you guys about. And it was a picture of the corner of my room. No, it wasn't my room, it was like the guest room or something like that. But yeah, I don't know why Twitter did this, but either way, the story behind this tweet was that back when I was a senior, there was like this contest in which a big like cereal company was giving a lot of money to a particular, like, to the winner. They were going to give a lot of money to the winner, and my senior year and I wanted to have that money. I'm sorry if you hear the rain, but it just started raining. So we wanted to win the money because it would help us a lot to pay for our prom. So it was for that. I just had to use the hashtag #migraduacion_idea and just write something. And I did that a lot of times. So apparently, according to Twitter, this is my first tweet, and it was the November 11, 2014. Okay, so honestly, I have no idea what is going on with Twitter, but I decided to go to my multimedia tab to see if I could find a picture, and the picture is not here, but there's another picture that is from 2012 that I'm not going to show it because I look ugly as heck, and my mom and my aunt are there, so there's that. But I am going to show you this picture. I'm going to put it right here. This is back in 2013 when the Harlem Shake was the thing, and you see the girl with the sweater in her head? That's me. So there you have it. First tweet is a mystery. First YouTube video. Are you talking about my first YouTube video, like the one that I uploaded, or the first YouTube video that I watched? If it's the first one, then the first video that I uploaded to this channel was, oh my god, it felt like such a long time ago. It was it was part 1 of Sister Location. I think it was just night 1. And because it was my first time recording for YouTube, I tried to do a face cam, and I think I explained that in the second video that I did. But I recorded a face cam, and it didn't work. I don't know what happened. The camera didn't record, and there was just my voice, and it sounds crappy, and so the video is really cringy because there are some times that I'm just quiet because I was reacting to the camera, and so you don't know what I'm doing, you can only hear, and it's, oh my god, it's such a disaster. If it's the second one, then I have no idea which was the first YouTube video that I've ever watched. It's raining man, hallelujah, it's raining man, hallelujah. First person you subscribe to on YouTube. Oh, okay, because here's the thing, when I really started to like YouTube, I didn't subscribe to anyone. I was just constantly like checking their channels to see if they uploaded like a new thing, because I didn't know if you subscribe you would get notified of the new videos. I had no idea that could happen, and so I didn't subscribe. I just constantly checked their channels kind of almost every day to see if they had new videos, but I think this is just a supposition because I honestly don't remember. But the first, I'm sorry, it's just I saw someone walking past my window and I distracted myself. I guess that the first person that I subscribed to was El Rubius OMG. I know, a lot of you might have heard of that name, some of you may have not, but I think he was the first person that I subscribed to. He wasn't the first YouTuber that I saw, and I'm going to reset that answer if there's a question for that. First Facebook profile pic. Jesus Christ! My first Facebook profile picture. I don't even remember. I do remember that it was my mom, the one who opened the profile for me. It was back in oh my god, 4th grade. And I think I told her that I wanted a Facebook profile because I knew she had one. And I don't remember if I asked her to open the profile for me, but holy cow. Oh Lord, oh no, no. I don't want to show this, but I have to. Oh no! Oh my god, no. I can't, no. I'm sorry, it's just that, oh my god, I have changed. Girl, I'm a butterfly. So, in my defense, my mom used to take me pictures every 5 years. So the first one was when I was 5 years old, and then 10, and then 15. This picture is when I was 10. I was 10 years old when this picture was taken, and it was my first Facebook profile picture. Do you still talk to your first love? No, I don't. My first love was the boy that I met at a summer camp when I was really, really, really young. I don't remember how old I was. I do remember his name because he has the same name as my dad. So it was kind of weird, you know, for me, a little girl, to have feelings for a boy that had the same name my dad has. So yeah, we met there in that summer camp, and we always oh god, we always played together, and there was a third girl too. We always played together, and whenever we played, I would suggest to play something related to princesses and knights. So I would always end up being the princess, and he would always end up being the knight. And oh, this sounds so naive and so pure and innocent. Oh my god. So yeah, I ended up always being the princess, and he ended up always being the knight, and I would always make him rescue me. And so at the end of every rescue mission, after he had just have fight with the dragon, I would make him give me a kiss on the cheek, and I think I always like found an excuse to give him a kiss back on the cheek. Always on the cheek. Kids, you gotta be responsible. Always on the cheek. So yeah, I don't think I met him after that. Maybe I met him the year after, but I have no idea what's he's like. Like, I barely remember his kid face. If I see him, like, if he stands right in front of me, I wouldn't recognize him because, you know, it's been, I don't know how many years. What was your first alcoholic drink? Oh, okay. I was going to say rum in English, rum with Coke, but then I remember, oh Jesus Christ. So my grandma, which I adore, she's the reason why I wake up every day. She was in her old house, and one of my uncles was living with her at the time, and so I think he was going to the grocery. Okay, no, it's not. Sorry. I'm expecting a call. And so yeah, I think he was going to the grocery store, and then he asked my grandma, hey, do you want something? And my grandma was like, yeah, bring the Smirnoff. And then my uncle actually brought her a Smirnoff, and I don't remember how old I was. I have a terrible memory, age-wise. But he brought her a Smirnoff, and he asked me if I wanted to have some. I didn't ask her to give me some because I knew it was alcohol, and I knew that I was a little girl. So I wasn't supposed to drink alcohol, but she asked me if I wanted some, and I said okay, sure. And then I tasted it, and it tasted like Sprite with I think it was passion fruit. I don't remember exactly. There's still that beer. Like, obviously Smirnoff still exists, but yeah, that was my first alcoholic drink. Cheers to my grandma and the great influence she has been in my life. What was your first job? Well, legally speaking, my first job was last year when I started working at Abercrombie & Fitch. I no longer work there. That was like my first legit job. My first job was back home during the summer. I don't remember how old I was again. I think I was around 12, and I worked as a secretary for my dad, and he paid me. And it was a decent amount of money, actually. What was your first car? Well, I haven't had a car of my own. I do know how to drive. Well, kinda. I started learning before moving to Canada, but the first car that was mine was a Spark, a black Spark. My dad bought it, and he was in the process of selling my mom's truck. But because my mom still had it, we had that third car, and I claimed it as mine, and no one said otherwise until my mom sold her car, and then she ended up having my car. Who was the first person to text you today? Oh, the first person to text me today was my dear friend Lula. That's not her name, that's how I call her. She's living in Germany right now, so the hours are a little bit weird between us. But yeah, we were talking yesterday about a project that I had to submit yesterday or something like that. I just know that I recorded a voice note and I was letting everything out, and you know, sometimes I really get angry, and so I was letting everything out. And then when I woke up, she replied, and then I answered, and she was the first person to text me today. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? The first person I thought of this morning, I guess Lula? Cause usually when I wake up, I grab my phone and I look at the things that like I got during the night, like the notifications, and you know, I check Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, I check everything. And I think she was the first one. I know she wasn't the first thing that I checked, but because she was the first person who texted me today and the first person that I talked to, I think that would be her. Who was your first teacher? Ooh, okay. I am sure she's not my first teacher, but it's the teacher that the earliest teacher that I remember. I had two actually. I was in kindergarten, and well, not kindergarten. Like how do you? I don't know the American system. I do know that you have elementary and high school and primary. I don't know, like middle school. I don't know. But I had just gotten out of kindergarten, and I had these two amazing teachers. I loved them. They were really funny. Like one of them ate everything. Like we had these days that we had to bring food so we could all like share. She would eat a lot because we loved to see her eat because she was so funny. She was basically a teenager. Well, she wasn't a teenager. She was a grown-up woman, but she basically acted like a teenager with food. Her name was it was Tia Alejandra. Tia Alejandra, that was her name. Her name is Alejandra, but okay, so basically, let me explain. So in my school, when you were like a little kid, you would call your, like the literal translation would be aunt. So you would call your teachers aunt. And if you had a male teacher, which was really rare, you call him uncle. It sounds really weird in English, I know, but because we had her, we call her Tia Alejandra. That would mean Aunt Alejandra. And then we had our English teacher. She was Japanese, I believe. I remember that we always called her, like, we always said that she was Chinese, and she would get mad and she would say, I'm not Chinese, I'm Japanese. And so her name is Miss Ayumi. Those are the teachers that I think I loved the most because they were amazing. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? That's easy. I know that I started traveling when I was really young thanks to my parents. But I don't remember. I know it was America. America, I hate saying America. The United States was the first place that I visited. I hate saying America because, you know, you have the entire continent of America. You have North America, Central America, and then South America. So I don't like when people from the States, the United States, say America as if they're just, you know, the entire continent or something. So yeah, it was definitely to the United States, and I don't remember if we visited Orlando first or New York. I think it was Orlando, and then we drove to New York. In New York! Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? Actually, we do. My first friend, her name is Maria Laura. I remember the day that we became friends. Like my memory is that weird. I don't remember. I think I was 3 or 4. It was in kindergarten, and I remember how we became friends. She came to me, and it wasn't the first day. It was like a couple of weeks later or months, I don't know. But I do remember that she came to me, and she literally asked me if I wanted to be her friend, and I said yeah. And then after that, we played every single recess together, and we've been friends ever since. And that's a privilege that I'm really happy to have, because I know that there's a lot of people that they don't talk to their first friends. So yeah, there you go. Where was your first sleepover? Oh, Jesus Christ, where was it? Oh, that's a really tough question, because I remember that I used to have sleepovers a lot. I guess the first one, I would say I honestly don't remember, but I would give it to my friend Ana Karina. I think that was the first time that I ever slept at someone else's house, but I'm not sure. What was the first thing you do in the morning? Oh, I already answered that. So yeah, I wake up, I grab my phone, I check my notifications, messages, and everything that I got during the night, and then I don't know, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and do everything else. What was the first concert you ever went to? It was Patito Feo. It was Patito Feo. Yeah, I remembered. It was the first concert that I ever went to, and it was based on this Argentinian TV show for kids, and I was completely obsessed with it. Everybody was obsessed with it. It was it was the jam of TV shows back in the day. So I was really excited because the concert was taking place close to my house, and so I could go with no problem. And I think it was my 2 aunts who surprised me, and they gathered up the money to buy a ticket for me and my mom. But yeah, I was super excited, and it was an arena. I was in the freaking front seat, and I would wave to the actors and the singers, because the actors sang in the show. And sorry about that. And I would wait at them, and they would wait back at me, and I think I almost fainted. And then it was really funny because one of the actors was like, you know, a dad of the protagonist, and he was also there, and he was singing. And then my mom whipped at him, and he whipped at my mom, and my mom almost fainted. And I was like, Mom, what the heck? First broken bone? I have never broken any bones. First piercing? The ones that you're seeing right there. I don't know how old I was when my mom did them, but my mom didn't do them. She took me to a place and they did it, but I don't remember how old I was. First foreign country you've gone to? Didn't you ask me this before? But yeah, the first country is the United States. I have only traveled to the US, and then I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for a call, and I need the phone to be inside in noise. But yeah, other than the US, Canada, like when I came here to go to the university, those are the 2 foreign countries that I've ever been to. First movie you remember seeing? I have no idea. I can tell you what my favorite movie is because it was the first time, I think I was 12, and it was the first time, it was Inception, and it was rated PG-13, and I was 12. And my mom took me to the movies, and she knew I wanted to see that movie, and so she said, she told me that she was going to ask for tickets for that movie, and I was like, Mom, but I'm 12. What are we going to do? And so she said, shut up, you look like 14, act like 14, and we're gonna go through it, you'll see. And so she bought the tickets, and the lady at the ticket thing actually thought that I was 14, and then we went into the movies, and I was super hyped because it was the first movie that I lied about my age. So there's that. Oh god. We're almost done. When was your first detention? Oh boy, first and last, let me tell you. Okay, so basically, oh my god, that was eons ago. So back in the 2000s, there was this toy named Pixel Chick. I'm gonna try and find a picture for it. I probably put it here. Shut up. But it was really popular, and I think I'm showing you the one that I had. If not, I had this one that was like a purse. It was a pink purse, and you open it and you have like 2 levels. One of them was a restaurant and the other one was a hair salon, I think. And the one that I had was one that everybody had, like, because everybody had the basic ones, like the first ones which came out, and they were like tiny houses, and I had them all. So everybody wanted to play with mine, and because of that, and because my parents told me not to take it to school anymore because I would lose it and stuff, I decided to leave it at home. But the next day, I saw, the next day or that week, something like that, I saw one of my classmates that she had the exact same pixel chick that I did, and I legit thought that it was my pixel chick. I thought I brought it to school, and she had it, so I was asking her really nicely at first to please give it to me, and she was like, what the heck, this is not yours. Because I swore that it was mine, the conversation escalated, and I tried to snatch it away from her hands, and she was like, the heck? And so she ran to the bathroom, and I chased her, and then she locked herself in the bathroom, but I got there just in time before she locked the door. I put my arm, and she was pushing the door, I was pulling the door. No, otherwise, she was pulling the door and I was pushing the door so she could give me my pixel chick. And she kept saying that it was hers, and I didn't believe her. And so what happened at the end was that because of the force that we were applying to the door, it just, who are you? And because of the force that we were applying to the door just broke. I think it broke in half. Because it was made of aluminum. Shut up. It was made of aluminum or something like that. So because of that, we have to like sign in a paper saying what happened. And here's the thing, when I signed mine, my teacher was like, no, this is not what happened, you have to write it again. And I was like, bitch, how do you know what happened? You weren't even there. So I wrote it again, and then they called my mom. She was disappointed, and I was disappointed, but you know, it was just a really stupid thing. I broke a door in the bathroom. Oh my god, I broke a door in the girls' bathroom. That's it. And I was a little girl. That's it. I'm not a criminal. Who was your first roommate? I have never shared a room with anyone unless they're sleeping at my place. So I haven't had any roommate. Even in college, I stay at this room with my mom. So what is the first thing you do when you get home? I throw my backpack away from me. If I'm coming from school, I throw that thing away from me. I take off my shoes, take off my shirt. No, wait, that's not the order. I throw my backpack away, I take off my shirt, and then I take off my shoes. And I think I stay in my pants for that's what I did today, basically. When was your first kiss? So, I am currently 19 years old. I am turning 20 this year. And I haven't had my first kiss. There you have it, the big secret of my life. I haven't had my first kiss. I think I said it in the 10 facts about me video that I had 3 boyfriends so far, but none of them tried to make the move. So yeah. And the last question is, who did you watch first on YouTube? There you go. I knew they were going to ask this question. So the first YouTuber that I watched was thanks to one of my best friends, and it was Herman Garmendia. They showed it to me, and he was really funny. I didn't subscribe to him right then because, like I said, I just thought that subscribing was subscribing, and that's it. But that he was the first YouTuber that I saw, and my friend would show me the videos. But the first YouTuber that I genuinely looked for in YouTube in order for me to watch his videos was El Rubius. So there you have it, 25 questions about my first times. I had a lot of fun making this video, so if you want to know more, if you want me to make more tags, please leave a comment in the comment section down below and I'll do them. But for now, this is a wrap, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I can see you guys. Bye!